Assalamu alaikum. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. I upload every Wednesdays and every Sundays, so you will see me here every Wednesday and Sunday. But today do you guys like my makeup? So today I am basically reviewing Fenty Beauty, but having used it for basically a good few times. It's been like 2 weeks. It's been at least 2 weeks that I have used every product, and I've used it in different ways, just to give you guys my opinion, what I think of it and everything. If you want to see what products I loved, what I thought about it, this is a very raw, like 100 honest opinion of how I feel and what I think of the stuff. And so if you want to see that, then just keep on watching. So first thing is primer, and I do have the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer. Personally, I don't love this. I like it, but I have extremely oily skin and it's dry at the same time, so I'm very fussy about primers. I am gonna wear this for this video because I want to well, talk about the Fenty Beauty basically. I love the color of this because it's like a very light nudie color. There is a slight color to it, but then it just blends right into your skin. The reason why I don't love this is because literally I'm so oily that it doesn't help with my oiliness the whole day. But for something like today where I'm only wearing makeup for a couple of hours, it's fine. Like, I don't mind. But if I want something where my foundation is gonna last all day, then I do still love my Illamasqua Matte Veil. That's still the one. I haven't found anything that's better than that or that has beaten it. So that's all over my face, and then afterwards your face just feels quite silky. It feels nice. It does feel like something's on your skin, but I do feel like it doesn't absorb the oils. That's the thing, like straight away. It absorbs a little bit, and then as it dries, my skin is becoming less and less oily. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it has become so much less oily. I feel like also if you have dry skin, I feel like this is really nice because I feel like it hydrates at the same time. And then I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty foundation, and it's a soft matte long wear foundation, and I have worn this a couple of times. Well, actually no, I've worn this quite a bit now, but I got shade 130, and this is me matched perfectly. Like, this is the perfect foundation for my skin tone, my skin, everything. Like, it matches me very well. It's a little bit more yellow than my skin, but that's how I like it because then it blends in with my neck. The only thing is, whenever I wear this color, I always get a few odd comments on social media, and people like, your face looks really white and you look ghostly. Well, this is what I look like with no makeup on, and believe it or not, I am ghostly, but filters tend to make me look a little bit more bronzy. Also, I tend to wear most of my foundations are at least a shade darker than my actual foundation. I rarely wear this color because I just get too much, there's just too much stuff about me being pale, unfortunately. But anyway, so and plus I do love looking a lot more bronze. I got a sample here, and this is the Fenty Beauty also foundation. So this is shade 210, which is, look how it's so dark. This is like, this is the shade I thought I was, but then I went back and I ended up getting this one. But I actually ordered this online. I kind of guessed my shades. On their website, they've got images of the foundation on like the girls' arms, and I found that really helpful because then they also tell you like which one's a neutral tone, which one's a pink tone, which one's a yellow tone. And what I kind of I found it really easy to find my shade. So I did pick this shade online, and then this one I actually swatched in store. So that's how deceiving lights are in store. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna mix these two foundations onto my face. This is so yellow, as you can see on there. And then when I apply it also, it looks scary at the beginning, but it really doesn't. I don't like applying this foundation with a beauty blender. I feel as though it doesn't work when you apply with a beauty blender. And also the consistency of this foundation is a little bit I'm gonna apply concealer on my under eye, so I'm not too fussed about that. But yeah, the consistency of this foundation, it's a little bit strange, and what I mean by that is, like, it's not super, by the way guys, this is like super honest thoughts. Like, I love this foundation and I wear it quite a lot, like if I don't want to wear my Lancome, which is my favorite foundation, and nothing's really beat that foundation yet, and I do tend to actually reach for this foundation a lot of the times. Yeah, so the consistency is really different. I haven't yet come across a foundation with this kind of consistency, and basically, like, when you apply it, it's not super smooth, I find. I feel like this foundation, if you have super dry skin, you might just struggle with it just because it does cling on to dry patches. I haven't watched any reviews on anyone who's worn it who is very dry, so I don't know how they got on with it. I feel like with this foundation, once it's sat on your skin and it sets in, that's when it looks amazing and really good, whereas before then it doesn't look too good. So unfortunately, a clip of me doing the contour disappeared. Isn't that just amazing? I used the Fenty Beauty matte stick, which looks like this. I'm sure everybody has seen them. They look like this, super cool, have hexagons, and you guys know I love hexagons. Anything to do with hexagons is my favorite shape. It's to do with Nabiilabee, it's to do with the brand. Bees have 6 legs, so hexagon. They have honeycombs, hexagon. Love it, love it, love it so much. This is the color. I've got it in amber. It's a taupe color. It's what I have on now. I love it. I really love the color. I think it's amazing. The only thing I don't like is I can't really use it on my nose. As you can see, my nose looks a little bit pink and it looks like it's not blended properly. That's just because when I apply it onto my nose and I move it with a foundation brush, it does, the foundation tends to move, and then my skin is so dry that the foundation like just becomes a mess. So I wish it comes out with this color but in powder form, because I love it and I think it's amazing. I think it's great. It just doesn't really work on my nose, but it does work on like my cheeks. I also like to do my jawline as well, just because I have a pretty round square face, so I do like to do this. And I find that in photos it's really important to do this because it separates your neck from your jaw, because I do a lot of side profile photos, and if I'm wearing a turban, my neck and my jaw kind of just blends in together. And this, what I love about this color is this color for under the jaw is amazing. Like, it's so amazing because it's a very gray taupe kind of color. It's very cool toned, so it's not like you have an orange streak here or anything. Like, it just looks really nice, really natural. I'm not gonna powder because with this foundation I like to powder once I get a little bit more oilier. I find that's what works for me. If I've got an event, I wouldn't reach for it, just because I feel like for me, and being super oily, I feel like it does separate after. I like my foundation to last 10 hours if I'm going to an event. More than 10, 16 by the time I'm traveling, I'm on the train, there's a lot of heat. I'm in taxis, there's a lot of heat. So whenever it's hot, my face does produce oils, and therefore it gets really oily. And I find that my Lancome foundation is perfect, amazing. That's my go-to for events. But for everything else, I do reach for this. I have 3 of their kilowatts. I've got this one, Girl Next Door and Chic Freak. Personally, I can't wear these unless I'm fake tanning. I cannot wear these. They are far too pink as highlighters. Next, I have Trophy Wife, which I love. Like, I didn't like it when I first saw it, When I first watched it in the store, I loved it, but then when I watched everybody's videos, I was just like, I don't like it. Like, I didn't like it. But a couple of weeks ago, I watched Nikki Tutorial's take on the whole Fenty Beauty, and she used this on her being so pale. I'm like, me and her are pretty much the same shade. She used this as an eyeshadow and it looked amazing on her. I mean, everything looks amazing on her, but this color just looked so good. So I was just like, wow, I need this in my life and I need it as an eyeshadow. So I do tend to use this as an eyeshadow. So the favorite one that I use is the Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal, which is this their lightest shade? I believe it is their lightest shade, but I could be wrong, but I think it is. Yes, this is the lightest shade, and this is amazing if you're pale. It's so good. I use this as eyeshadow and I also use it as my highlighter. I love it. Also, in the meantime, my foundation has oxidized and it has become a little bit darker, but this is how I do like to wear my foundations, basically. So I am gonna go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Film Star palette and just get the contour shade and basically just do a very faint cut crease. Get Fire Crystal, well actually no, then I get Lightning Dust and I just cover my lid in that, so all over my lid. I'm going in with Fire Crystal, literally just in the middle of the eyelid, just to give that extra pop, and it's so gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And then I'm doing the same thing on my inner corner and then get a tiny bit of that and just, this is what I would do for an everyday makeup look, by the way. So very lightly just dust it on. I love it. I'm just gonna apply a tiny bit, like the tiniest bit, onto my highlighter, and boom. That's how you apply Trophy Wife if you're fair or you're not dark enough to rock it as a full-on highlighter. I feel like then it just adds some warmth, because I've got so much warmth going on my eyeshadow, but then there isn't enough on my highlighter, so I just like to do that. Next is my favorite step, the Fenty lip gloss in, what is this? It's in Fenty Glow Gloss Bomb. Everything, I love everything. I love the packaging. I love how it's small, but it's not like, it's short, but it's fat. It fits into all my handbags, which I love. Fits in my pocket, which I love. Then I love the silver. I'm more of a silver girl rather than a gold girl. Then I love the doe foot applicator. I love how fat it is, so gorgeous. The smell, it smells amazing. It's nice and sweet and it reminds me of like cakes. It looks better like that. And then what I also like to do is go with a darker lip liner and just outline my lips. But I'm not doing that today. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave your comments in the box below if you want to see more videos like this, if you want me to review more makeup products, if you want me to do first impressions. I didn't want to do first impressions on the Fenty Beauty makeup because I felt like there were so many people doing it, so I really wanted to do a review of how I got on with it after I've used it for definitely over a week. Maybe it's been 2 weeks. I mean, some of the products I've had even longer, so it's been a good while that I've been using it. I've been trialing it. I've been using it in different ways as well, and I love it. It's definitely a thumbs up from me, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.